I think those are important words from Nick Sirianni. The pain, the failure, that will motivate you. But the mountaintop that any team has to climb to appear in a Super Bowl is a great one. So the fact that the Eagles get there and lose it the way that they did and the way that they played, their quarterback in particular. Now, there's no moral victories for the Eagles yesterday, but there certainly have to be some fantastic takeaways as it pertains to Jalen Hurts and his performance last night at quarterback, Sean.
Yeah, I thought Jalen Hurts was unbelievable, and he was as advertised. I think if you're Nick Sirianni, you expected Jalen Hurts to perform this way, and he delivered. I mean, the only blemish of the night really for him was that Nick Bolton play, and you know what? Like, it happens. But I thought Jalen, look, we knew he was going to be able to affect this game with his legs. But I thought the passes that he threw, the dimes he dropped to Devontae Smith, the throws he made to A.J. Brown, he threaded the needle one time to Dallas Goedert that was phenomenal. And I thought Jalen Hurts was on point. He looked like he was about to win the Super Bowl. Like, I'm looking at it like this guy's locked in. And I liked his composure throughout the time. Like, he never got high, never got low. It was even after that fumble, like, we came right back, scored. I thought that Jalen Hurts, his leadership and his composure was remarkable on the biggest stage. And I think if you're the Eagles, you've got to be, as much as you said it, like, you're disappointed in this loss, but the future is bright with this guy. I think the ultimate compliment to Jalen Hurts, the Chiefs got the ball at the end of the game with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left going, and they said, we are not going to give you the ball back. Like, we are not giving you another shot. You are that good. We can't let you have another shot at winning this game for us, and that's the ultimate compliment for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, we were on game day morning yesterday, and one of the questions was, can Jalen Hurts keep up with Patrick Mahomes in this Super Bowl? And Jalen Hurts was unbelievable. I mean, Super Bowl records, most rushing yards by a quarterback in the Super Bowl, 3 rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl, tying a record by Terrell Davis. First player in Super Bowl history with a passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns. He was just unreal last night, and he really was the MVP of the game. The Eagles just fell short in that game, just 24 years old, and you're watching him, and like you said, the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Sirianni, he said last night that was probably the best game he had ever seen Jalen Hurts play, and he set the tempo from early on for his team. That 4th and 5 where he's rushing the ball and picks up 20 yards down the sideline was unbelievable. I mean, this is the stat line that we thought we were going to see from Patrick Mahomes in this game, over 300 yards passing. Both his receivers were over 90 yards receiving, him getting the ball, and I think, like you said, Sean, it wasn't just him making plays and running around. The passes that he was able to make, throwing it up in double coverage to A.J. Brown, but putting it in the corner of the end zone. It was dime after dime after dime. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia, you have a really good one. He'll be getting 200 guaranteed at some point as well.
And using that phrase, it was a dime after, is because it felt like, if you were looking at target practice, that Jalen Hurts had a dime-sized spot that he could place any one of those balls, and he did it.
Yeah.
And the pockets, the windows in which he was able to place some of those passes was an absolute artistry, a thing of beauty, and it's not something that a lot of quarterbacks can do. Yet he is known for his rushing capability, whatever. The elusive octopus was accomplished by Jalen Hurts last night, the rushing touchdown, and then to rush for 2 on your own accord, accounting for 8 points himself. Here's where this hurts, I think, watching Jalen Hurts and his performances. In terms of the dynasty that you might argue that the Chiefs are building towards right now, I'm not sure where this Philadelphia team from a roster perspective is going after this moment in time. And the wide receivers and the linemen that Hurts is playing amongst and behind, is it going to be so easy for them to get back to this moment in time the way this team was playing next season, 2 seasons from now? He's great, but everyone's a product of their environment. And so how can the Eagles, fast forward to next season, recreate what they had going so well? I think that's what's hard to watch after a game that he played last night so well. Peter, Kyle, what do you think? You watched it firsthand. Was it as remarkable in person?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And Jamie, you're spot on. You start saying, okay, well, the roster's going to change. You've got free agents all over that Philadelphia roster, and you say, well, you're going to get back here again. I think to the 2 gentlemen on the show, Sean and, of course, Jason's point, like, you know, you're in good hands, right? And, like, Jamie, I feel like you've been the biggest Jalen Hurts proponent. I just said I wasn't sure if he could go through the air with Patrick Mahomes. We know about he was awesome through the air. The guy threw for 304 yards. The pass to A.J. Brown is one of, like, the great passes you'll find in Super Bowl history. The pass to Goddard was a beautiful play. My only regret is he didn't get a chance to go 80 yards to win this thing.
At the end of the game.
It kills me.
If they were down 3.
Yeah, like every single time they needed him. This pass to Devontae Smith late was huge, and then he rushes one. Like those things, those 4th and 1s, I wouldn't be shocked if the NFL changes that rule that you can't do that anymore. Those 4th and 1. The Eagles have broken the system. That whole like rugby scrum thing that they do, you can't stop them. Jalen Hurts was amazing last night. We've seen great quarterback performances in Super Bowl losses. Like I think back to Tom Brady losing to the Eagles.
Amazing.
And he was unbelievable. Kurt Warner, when he lost his second one to the Steelers, like that one, he was unbelievable in that game. That's how I feel with Jalen Hurts. He can hold his head very high. And if you're an Eagles fan, I don't know if all the pieces are there, but like you can go to sleep tonight knowing like, gosh, we've got ourselves a 24-year-old franchise quarterback. That's pretty good.
You want a fun Super Bowl factoid?
Yeah.
Okay, the top 3 rushing performances in Super Bowls by quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, loss. Okay. Steve McNair, loss. Colin Kaepernick, loss. Those are the top 3. Take that what you will and take this carefully, Eagles fans. This is why we say you got to cash these in. Like, we don't know that they'll be back. We don't know that Jalen Hurts will be back. Are you aware of the streak that's going on right now, that there's 17 straight quarterbacks who lose their Super Bowl debut and have never made it back? It dates all the way back to Stan Humphries for the Chargers.
Right?
17 straight. And that includes a whole grab bag of anybody you want, from MVPs like Rich Gannon to the Rex Grossmans, to Colin Kaepernick, Jared Goff, all the way to Joe Burrow. And I don't think it's just nonsense. I think contracts kick in, injury luck goes away, ball bounces the wrong way. I don't know if Jalen Hurts will be back. I can't say that. I can't say that the Eagles will be back. They weren't back the last time they won a Super Bowl. It took them several years and a whole new regime and a new head coach and a new everything. So my heart breaks for Jalen Hurts because he's like the most likable athlete in the world right now. And all his comments afterwards
and before. Well last night.
He was awesome. He made a huge mistake and fumbled, and they gave a defensive touchdown.
Though. They were up 10 after that.
I'm talking to somebody on the sideline before the game, somebody with the Eagles organization who's been there for a long time. And I go, how do you feel? And he goes, I feel really good. I feel great. Every game this year, I feel great. And I always go into this game, this is his quote, saying, as long as we don't kick ourselves in the groin, we're going to be all right.
They
kicked themselves in the groin on that play.
There was the fumble and then giving up a 65-yard punt return.
It's Mahomes. You can't get away with 2 plays. You can give them 1. You can't give them 2.
Gosh, Hurts was awesome.
The future is bright. I get it. Jalen Hurts is so optimistic and everything. We'll see. There's a long, long list of guys who lose their debut and do not make it back. I hope he is not part of that. So we love Jalen Hurts. We love talking the Super Bowl. Mahomes is going to be right behind us, right, Peter? He's
coming in a couple hours.
That's his spot right there. Peter will be here, raspy voice and all. More, though, Good Morning Football.